We can see the other standings of the other championships here. Everyone who's much better than us. You can see who won. Wasn't really paying much attention to that at all. Sabado won for Firebird MRT. So Garuda Racing, who were apparently favourites, bottled it, is what happened. Though Tanveja will be pretty happy because despite being 8 seconds off the win, he gets just as many points because he had the fastest lap. I guess that's something to take into account. Maybe we should go for that. Like, at the end of the race, if we're last and we're not going to gain any places, should we just pit for a little bit of fuel, soft tyres, and just absolutely gun it? Attack and overtake mode. And just go for fastest lap right at the end of the race. That might be something to try. I might go for that in the next race, actually. That is, if that works, that is supreme big brain time. Here you can see exactly why I paired Andre Gomes' car. Because it's only dropped 2% as opposed to the 52% which Anthony's dropped. So it saves repair time. Let's answer this interview. You attempted a quick piss off for Gomes during the last race, but it resulted in a mistake. Your very own chairman criticised the move, saying that Motorsport isn't the place for gambling. Bruh, I did. Wait, no, I didn't. The two quick pit stops worked perfectly. The only mistake was in the really lengthy pit stop for I almost said gnomes there instead of combs. At the end where he was fixing everything, so that wasn't a quick one. We had to go for it. Every second makes a difference in this sport. That apparently makes your drivers unhappy. Drivers should realise that. Yeah, we had one mistake, but it's because we were fixing literally everything. It doesn't really surprise me. Sabado wins in Black Sea. GG, good job. Contract offer accepted. We got Kevin Sewell on the team. This is where we turn it around, boys. Yeah, we'll get rid of Marlene Durr. Continue to finance. It's going to cost us quite a bit of money, but it's okay. It's necessary. We just need a lead designer now. That's all we need. Progress. Saul is going to the race mechanic at Krakus Racing. Indeed they are. Do we switch around the pit crew at all? Oh my god, why are you so exhausted after just one race? Do we have someone else we can put in place? We don't really, to be honest. Not who's any good. We need to hire more pit crew. 6, 5 and 7 and 8. That's quite balanced actually. I'll have you. Please. And you can go in place of them. Who's apparently exhausted for some reason. 44 out of 79. Yeah, it gives you a 4.4% mistake chance. That's too high. Everyone else can stay. They've still got pretty low mistake chances. There's not much reshuffling we can do really to improve times at all. Still 9th on the grid. We need more pit crew. They're all trash. Like, really trash. Get out of town. I'm not hiring you, I'm not hiring you, and I'm not hiring you. Perfect. Tell them all their shit. That's how it works. Finances are dire. We've got no sponsors still. Hopefully we can turn that around after our impressive double last. Engine is still worst on the grid despite progress being made to it. Making a new engine there. Currently repairing parts. So all we can do is jump forwards a little bit. Contract offer accepted. Vasily Sokolov is going to be joining us here at Krakus Racing. Excellent news. It's going to cost us quite a bit of money initially. But it's a good move because this guy knows what he's doing. Look, plus 5 days but unlocks an additional good component slot. That's pretty good. And that one... I hate these like on ones. So it's like, oh, performance improved on wet tyres and inters because it doesn't really make sense. It's like, if an engine's better, an engine's better. You know, it doesn't... You don't have an engine that's got 20 more horsepower, but only when you put wet tyres on it. That's one of the few things I don't like about this game. Is that it doesn't, you know, it's just blatant sacrifice of realism. He's happy, it seems, to be joining us at Krakus Racing. Well, I'd be happy if I was on fucking 600,000 a year. Is that what he's on? No, cost per race, 137,000. So with 10 races, he's on 1.3 million a year. So yeah, I'd be fucking delirious. Is what I'd be if I was on 1.3 million a year. To draw some cars. That's what a lead designer does, isn't it? An important sign has been made by Krakus Racing. Vasily Sokolov has been announced as the new lead designer. Sokolov will be responsible for every single new part of the team makes. Krakus Racing fans are over the moon with the new signing. Wait, we've got fans? We've got the best fans, is what we've got. We have the best fans here. The good times are on the way. Damn right they are. Staff is now pretty good. Look at that. 5th best on the grid. We are making progress. Good staff, good HQ, good sponsors soon, hopefully. That's what brings the car up. But we're going to work on parts as soon as we can, as soon as they're repaired. Hang on, we've got sponsor offers. Oh, we're going to need to have a look at them. Car repairs finished, right, so we can start doing shit. Money. 2nd or above. No upfront payment. You're literally offering us nothing. We're never going to finish 2nd. So you're basically saying, can I have my sticker on your car for nothing? And the answer to that is no. No, you can't. 500,000 a race. Oh, thank you, Rogerson Ailes. That is going to turn the books. That's going to improve our finances massively. Our sponsor appeal is just dire, is the problem. Our team marketability just doesn't exist. So that is one of the flaws of the team, I think. But how we just need marketable drivers, really. I think just good results and just being in the sport for a while is what will attract sponsors. You can see our new sponsor on the front wing there, on the bonnet. He's all over the place, really. He's our only sponsor, so I'm surprised we didn't stick it on the side pods in blatant fashion, like Williams have. Their new livery they revealed today. They've lost their title sponsor, so they've basically promoted one of their other sponsors to title sponsor in a livery that is mostly white, which is what Williams seems to do best in recent years. We've got plenty of white cars on the grid now, actually, with the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo and the Williams. There's a lot of white, but yeah, I kind of like the new livery. It looks pretty fresh, pretty clean, but I wish they put a bit more blue on it. It's just very white, you know, a bit plain. I guess it's supposed to be minimalist. That's the word. That's what they were going for. But what's next? Sponsors. We just did sponsors. Car. That's what we're after. Let's not improve reliability this time. Actually, no, we do want to improve reliability of the engine and performance. Can we do both at the same time? 20 days before race. Can we get it so they're both before race at a similar time? We can. Staff impact. Why is it so easy to get the performance? So we get 0.6 and 0.5, or 0.4 and 0.5. So that's the best way to do it. Okay, we'll do that for now. I've just pressed the calendar, which I didn't actually even know you could do. I only thought you could press the skip forward button. We've just finished something. Oh, the sponsors are coming steaming in now. Let's have a look at this. Bit of upfront. 200,000 per race, that's 2 million. 10 races, isn't it? Yeah, just quick math. We'll go with that. Wonderful. 1 million for 6 races. It's money, so we'll take it. that's the Williams approach. It's money, so we'll take it. You're offering us no upfront payment. You want us to finish 14th or above. Bonus 150. That's a big ask. I don't think we can do that. It's like this, that's 2nd or above. We're never actually going to finish 2nd or above, so the only thing that matters is the upfront payment. And 100,000 for 4 races. I will take it. It's better than nothing. It's better than no money. There we go. We got more sponsors now. We've gone for the big dough. The big dough, literally gone for the big dough. The big dough sponsor is on our car. Where can I look at our car? Nice. Here's the one we can pan around. Look at that. That's how it should have looked. More sponsors now. compete in one race and they come steaming in. I think actually our marketability is probably improved because we've got some... It just hasn't, but having... signing some proper names, like Sokolov and these guys, shows that we mean business. So it's hopefully improved our marketability. What should be improving though is our engine. Even though it's not key for the next race, it's key for the race after. So I'm sort of planning ahead a bit, I guess. Which we've got to do. The next race is quite obviously going to be another failure, I think. But progress will be made. Progress will be made. Mustafa El Sadat is apparently a reasonable driver. Let's have a look at him. He's a Vancouver expert. He hates team orders. He's a racer. Well, I like to think so. That's what they're paying him for. Plus, do everything during the race is excellent. Like he literally becomes a considerably better driver in the race. Is what that means. He's a fun runner as well. Apparently, can I poach him? He's not interested. Worth a try, I suppose. We can fit the new engine. Who's getting this one? Gomes, Anthony. There we go. Now we're going to want to go back to here. Make sure the reliability is up to scratch. In time for the race. And then we'll improve the performance. Why don't we just improve performance as well, actually? Might as well at the same time. Even though it's very small because there's no staff allocated. Is Ja retiring? Don't really care, to be honest. Finished building the new engine. Yeah, we've just fitted that, haven't we? Sponsors. One more sponsor. What you're offering us, 9th or above. I don't think we're ever going to manage that. But 750,000 up front is pretty much 100,000 per race. Or a smidge less. So we'll go for that. Wan Chai is now sponsoring us. You love to see it. There's not really any correlation between how much they pay and like how big their sponsor is. Like Big Dough are not really paying us that much, and yet they've managed to get some. Rogers and Ailes, really, they've given us more than anyone else. They should be demanding the big stickers. It'd be nice if you had like a title sponsor and then like side sponsors and then like per race sponsors or whatever. That would be kind of cool. But this is how it is. So what can you do? There's a WMC race going on. Got a couple of emails first though. Bit more scouting. Alex Rogers, Tanvir Jah. Let's have a look. Oh, he's in decline. He's trash apparently. He's old. And his skills are deteriorating 30% per week. And they haven't sacked him despite that. Hates team orders. Mentor. Content. Doesn't care about winning trophies. Well, that's good because he's a cult leader. Who needs motorsport when you can spread the word of Zodian? It's a good morale to live your life by, to be honest. Yeah, he's declining big time, rapidly. It'll be amazing if he makes it to the end of the season, to be honest. I mean, look at how fast those stats are falling. It's only 39. Anyway, let us proceed. WMC is running a race event. Nina Holtz, Nikolai Surikov, Zoe Sharp. I'm pretty sure that's like the Nico Rosberg equivalent has won there. So what happened to the Hamilton equivalent? 4th. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Car's still trash. We've got decent drivers, decent headquarters staff. I saw it nudge up slightly a little while ago, which was good. Sponsors 6th best on the grid, despite being all the way down there. Means Garuda Racing must have phenomenal sponsors to have their line all the way up here. Our pit crew's pretty poor, but it goes hand in hand with the rest of our team. What are we working on? Engine. We're not really making any progress though, are we? What's else is key for the race after next? Braking. Can we make some better brakes? They're reasonably cheap. They're the cheapest of anything, actually. Tyre wear efficiency improved. By how much? Doesn't really say. Deceleration risk level. Deceleration reliability. Plus 5 days build time unlocks an additional good component slot. But then what does that actually achieve by... You literally get nothing by adding that because it takes up a slot to do that. Oh, an additional good component slot. So only if you've got one does it... So instead of having one of these and one of them, you could pick that and then it'll give you 2 of them? No, I don't really know, to be honest. Let's not have that. Let's just have that then. Yes. We'll do that. That seems like a good thing to do. How are the parts improving? The engine is good. We'll take away the reliability for that one now, actually, because that's up to a good level. We built the brakes already. Well, not quite yet. Upcoming report. Eastwood Motorsport will be quick here, apparently. Soft and medium. Track's quite abrasive. Our car's one of the best on the grid when it comes to tyre wear. Is it? I did not notice that. I'm becoming deeply concerned by a lack of investment in the handling of the car. Bruh, I am trying. Okay, you literally got your job like a week ago, and you've come to me and said everything's trash. Apparently Diana Bovino is going to retire. I don't even know who that is, so let's not worry about that. Let's proceed with development of the car. Fit parts. Let's fit these new brakes. Who wants the new brakes? Who's got the better brakes at the moment? Gomes has, so we'll do that. Gomes should have a pretty decent car. I say pretty decent, it's going to be less trash is what I mean. Let's improve the reliability of it slightly. That's up to 68% now. Munich preview. Car. How's it going? That's reliable enough. They've improved a smidge, but not much, I don't think. That we need to improve slightly, because otherwise they will fade in the race. Have we fit the better parts? Better brakes are on, better engines on, better engines on. Nice. Where was this email I didn't read? Tanvir Jar is favourite again. Clearly being carried by the car then, if they're declining that quickly. Away from the front of the pack. Struggling Krakus racing. We're hoping to see some improvements this weekend in Munich, as the circuit offers them a chance of picking up some valuable points. Does it? This race is a great chance for us to improve, says Andre Gomes. Well, I don't know what he's smoking, because we are preparing for the race after this one, not this one. I expect to struggle just as much at this race. Anyway, travel to Munich. That's what it's time for now. Did that get to improve reliability at all? We got like another 2% or something, so not really much. And I don't see us finishing 2nd or 9th, so it's going to have to be big dough with an objective 14th or above, which I really don't think we're going to achieve. And if we do, we're still going to make a big loss. And look how... yeah, that is... I think we're hardly even going to make it to the end of the season, to be honest. With we're losing 1.4 million per race. We're not going to have much left over. We need more sponsorship, to be honest. Better sponsorship with the money we are spending. We have got some upgrades though, and if other teams still struggle with reliability, we could be lucky. So, fingers crossed, and let's head to Munich for the 2nd round of the European Racing Series. I do like these like little introduction sort of jazzy cutscenes. They're pretty cool, pretty neat, if I may say so. Myself, have I? Yeah, I did put the audio back on. Good. I wanted to make sure you could hear the game, and I believe you can. We've dropped 0.0% frames. That is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I might actually turn up the, because we're at 720p 30 FPS at the moment. I might turn it up to 1080 30, or maybe 720 60. I'm not sure which one's more performance demanding, and I'm not sure if I have to turn the bit rate up to go with it. But if we're dropping 0 frames, then I've definitely got more leeway in the quality I can stream in. It's definitely potential to up it. It's like I was too cautious, to be honest. Now, who do we go for? I think, realistically speaking, we'd want our main driver to drive. But, yeah, we get more feedback with Jose here. So, we're going to put him in the car again. Setup-wise, they want more downforce. It's a bit of a cornery one this time. We haven't really, I suppose... Upgraded brakes might come in handy, but that's only on one car. Upgraded engine, I guess an engine's good everywhere, isn't it? That's the thinking. Doesn't matter what track you're at, a good engine is important. Let's go with something like that, I suppose. Just for a first run. That's just we've got some tyres that cover some better distance this time. We'll try and get data for both, or should we just like focus on one compound, do you reckon? Really improve our pace. Nah, I don't think we want to do that. Maybe we should just focus on the harder compound. We used the harder compound pretty much all race last time, didn't we? I think I'm going to do that. We're going to focus on the harder compound. We're going to forget the soft tyres. It's not like there's qualifying. There's no need to have to use the softer tyre. I don't know how many laps the race is. But if we can increase our pace on that tyre, that's the plan. Mediums. You're going on mediums as well. Take practice. Let's do this. Let's get Gomes out there quickly because he's got the higher knowledge feedback level. Let's get them both out actually ASAP. I only sent him out for 3 laps. Whoops. It's okay. We can just bring him in, adjust the setup a little bit, and then send him out again. Not a problem. I think the more you bring them in and more you change the setup, the better, really. I'm saying that based on absolutely no knowledge whatsoever, but still. Let's just fast forward time a little bit. It's kind of boring, I suppose, the outlap for practice. We're gaining knowledge, though. Apparently, lots of knowledge to be found from an outlap. I remember reading about this game. A lot of people criticised how short practice was. How, like, instead of getting like an hour and a half like you do in real life, you literally get like 10, 12 minutes or so. But someone who actually works in the industry said it better represents like the way it feels, because although in this game obviously you don't get anywhere near as much time, in reality, although you've got several days of an hour and a half of running or whatever, it feels like you've never got enough time, like you always want more, and it feels like it's gone by really quick. So that's what they sort of went for this, which is quite interesting, I suppose. From my point of view, is we're not that far off the pace with Mr. Domingo here compared to Valdez's lap time. Obviously, we don't know how much fuel they got on board, how hard they're pushing or anything like that, but he's gone quicker this time, actually. He's quite light on fuel, isn't he? That's maybe why he's challenging Gomes on this lap. And in fact, he's overtaken him. Should we go for a push lap? Let's, or is he coming in? No, he's coming in after this lap, won't he? Yeah, of course. Let's push a little bit. Turn it up. So the mediums are slightly cool. What track temperature are we at? 14 degrees. So at 14 degrees, we have to push to keep the tyres up to temperature. That's something I'm probably going to want to remember full race day. We're still at the bottom of the leaderboard. Not a surprise there. Domingo's coming in this lap and he's holding up Gomes, who is pushing and turned up the fuel mix. Gomes still on a green lap regardless. What are we going to achieve? P16. Okay. Pushing a little bit can get us a few places. Domingo's in. Seems reasonably happy with the setup. That's good. 88% for an optimum balance for a first setup is quite nice. Can't remember what he said at all. I think he wanted more of that. I can't remember. We'll small adjustments. Once you get near 90, you don't want to be too extreme with it. We can send him out on the same tyre again. No, there's no point saving tyres. We've got 6 sets. What about Gomes? What sort of lap is he on? He's on a slower lap, so we will bring him in actually and tweak his setup. That's what we're going to do. As Domingo goes back out, Gomes is in. Let's see what he's thinking. 83, so good but not as good. Good, okay. What did he say? More speed, more acceleration? Probably more acceleration, thinking of the track layout. And I think a smidge more on the downforce. Let's try something like that. 6 laps. Fresh set. Get out there. I hope the going for mediums doesn't backfire later on in the weekend. Because if the race is any colder than this, then we would have to push hard on the mediums constantly just to keep them up to temperature, and that would not be good. Like the temperature drops slightly on medium, but it seems to be well balanced on pushing. Yeah, I'm not obviously can't really worry too much about fuel strategy or anything just yet. It's not really about doing race sims, it's more just about practicing, I guess. Getting the knowledge is what practice is about in this game, really. Unlocking these bad boys up here. And we're not going to get level 3 race trim nor medium tyres. We're not far off. If we had someone with better feedback, I might have a look at the driver market after this race, because in these bottom tiers, having a good driver can really make a difference. Can really really push you up the grid compared to having a lesser driver. Obviously, in the higher tiers, like a good car is key, but in this bottom tier, if you put a banging driver in the shit car, you can still do something reasonably okay. I'm literally in love with Andre Gomes. Will Krakus Racing pass on a marriage proposal? Cam Morgan, I think you need to calm down on the timeline, if I'm being honest. Adolf is a fan, apparently. He's gutted by our showing in practice. That is a shame. I was quite happy with our showing in practice. We managed to outpace a few cars, unlike last time. I'm not expecting anything particularly good in the race, despite starting right near the front thanks to the reverse grid. We got better knowledge this time than we did last time, if I remember correctly. What is our setup like? We managed to get up to an 88. Good, good, okay. Great, good, good. Should we go like that? And like that? I think so. Mediums. 14 to 16. Should be at a 1-stop. Excellent. Oh, but we can't because fuel. Oh, I didn't consider that. 12 laps is the limit. Can we put it in conserve and just go long? Could we get like 14 laps? We'd have to get 15 laps out on the second stint. Let's try it. Let's try the 1-stop with both cars. You snooze, you lose. It's worth a go. Let's use that setup because it appears I'm incapable of making a better one. Let's try that. This guy. Yeah. Conserve right from the start. Engine mode low. We need to save fuel for it to pull off this 1-stop. And we need the tyres to last. It's a bold strat, but I think we can make it work. And we can always just turn up the engine and go for a longer, go for a 2-stop if we have to. But anyway, it's a reasonable start. Gomes in P3, but we are dropping down inevitably because our car is poor and the people around us are on softer tyres. People further back look like they've gone for more mediums. But we're doing okay. We are doing okay. Gomes has held 3rd. That is satisfying. That is good. It's happy days. Temps are actually cold. How cold is it? Warmer. Why are our tyres so cold if it's warmer than it was in practice? That is a good question. We've lost a couple of places now with Gomes. We are slipping down. And Anthony wasn't Anthony the one in 3rd? Has Anthony like had a big fuck up or something? No, Gomes was always ahead of Anthony, I think. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Right. I'm not too sure 1-stop is actually going to work. I might bail out of it with one of the cars. I'm going to bail out with Gomes. We're going to get pushing. That's what we're going to do. It's worth the risk. We're going to split strategy. We're going to keep Anthony on the one stop. Anthony's slipped pretty much to last already. Literally last now. Literally in last. 2 laps it took from, what, P4 to last? Oh my god. Gomes is still managing to sort of hang on a little bit. But, I mean, look, we got Ja, who's favourite for the win. Slithering down the inside. Nothing we can do about that. Just dropping positions. It's quite painful to watch, really. But that's what always happens in this bottom tier with the reverse grid. When you've got an awful car, you do just flop to the back. And we are achieving our sponsor target. We're now not achieving our sponsor target. Excellent. You love to see it. Gomes, who's pushing, is still freezing the tyres. Why is that happening? It's warmer. So the tyres should be warmer, especially if we're pushing. Because of the higher fuel load, we're not able to go as fast. I don't know. Let's forget the one stop. It's not going to work. It's really not going to work. It might have worked, actually. No, we were in low and we were not recovering anywhere near enough fuel that we'd have to pull off that strategy. It's not going to happen. Let's start pushing a little bit more. Try and pick up the pace a little bit. We're not the only ones pushing. A lot of other cars are pushing as well. We might want to watch the fuel consumption though. You don't have to use all your fuel in a stint. It's something I seem to keep forgetting. Because if you've got like 3 laps left of fuel when you come in and pit, you'll have a quicker pit stop. So, you know, burning all your fuel isn't necessarily the way to go. Obviously it's quicker up to the pit stop, but then at the pit stop you need to spend more time putting more fuel in. So really, actually, I made a grave mistake in the last race by not starting with as much fuel as possible. You should always start with maximum, shouldn't you? Because of the amount, it's like free time. Oh well, what can you do? 19th and 20th, but we're not slipping back too much. And considering Rogers in front of us here is on soft, I'm reasonably happy with that. We're going to not push quite as hard anymore because the tyre temps do seem to be going up a little bit. No rain on the way. Apparently, Gomes just on a personal best, 131.8. Pace-wise, we're not too far off, really. Best laps I'm seeing are 29s. I must not forget to go for the fastest lap at the end of the race. That's a strat I do need to try. Actually, we're pressuring Rogers now. Let's get Gomes to push a little bit more. Can we turn up the engine a little bit and get pushing? See if we can attack. Get past Rogers as his softs are degrading. They're battling up ahead, 3 wide, into the final corner. No collision, they all kept it clean. Tang, Antonov and Rogers all battling away. And that's keeping us reasonably close. Gomes, of course, ahead of Anthony, does have the better car. They're reasonably even on engine now. I think Gomes has got a slight advantage, but he's also got the better brakes. Not that they're very reliable, though they seem to be holding up okay so far. 50%, I'm hoping that can make it. It should make it. Right, let's cut the pushing now because we're being held up really. And we're just wasting fuel by not getting past. We've now got Tang in front of us. Rogers and Antonov have made some moves. Can we make a manoeuvre here? He's gone down the inside and he can't make it work, unfortunately. Gomes tried but failed. Let's move the camera around a little bit so we can get a nicer shot. Here he is, right on the tail. Oh, that's a nice exit. Come on, let's get the move done here. Through the trees. It's not happening again. Let's back off again a bit. I think we'll get Gomes in the lap before Anthony, judging by their current tyre and fuel situation, which means we can keep pushing with him. The only problem with where Anthony is the tyres are at the bottom, which means they're graining. You'll get optimum pace and optimum tyre wear when it's bang in the middle. The lower it is, the slower. Don't think it affects tyre wear, and the same with higher. Oh no, yeah, slightly cold tyres, I don't think they really affect tyre wear, but they do affect pace. Slightly hot tyres affect tyre wear, but not really pace, until they reach the top or the bottom, and then they start declining quite rapidly. So that despite not pushing, it'd actually be quicker and better for the tyres for Anthony to push, because then they'd stop graining, because at the moment they're hitting rock bottom. Which is not what you want. Someone has ran wide, and actually, they've really... Oh no, they've pit. Okay, they've pit. I was going to say, they've really run wide. They've got damage. Look at that. Sparks coming off the car. Vananen, who has already pit, is now going to have to pit again after having run wide and hitting something on their outlap. Look at the sparks coming off the car. I've never seen that before. Rogers and Dembele are in. Pit stop window is happening. People on softs are boxing. This is where things start to go our way, hopefully. As the camera zoomed out to Narnia for some reason, we're still pressuring Tang. We are actually in this race. We're not that poor in terms of pace, and Tang is boxing this lap. What can we do about that? Literally nothing other than actually just stay out. We're just going to stay out. Couple more laps. 2 more laps, hopefully. Depends on where we are with fuel. Maybe not quite 2 more laps. We're going to have to lower the fuel a little bit for both cars. No, we're not going to make it 2 more laps for both cars. We're going to only make it 1 lap. 1 lap with Gomes. So we're boxing this lap with Gomes now, and the lap after with Anthony. So it is push time. Get the hammer down, boys. And girls. Whoops. But, we're up to P9, P10 by going slightly longer, so this is looking promising. We're just being undercut as we speak is the problem. But we will sort that out. And Anthony, actually, yeah, you are pushing a bit too soon. You're more worn on tyres, but you can go longer. Gomes can't. Gomes is boxing this lap. Let's do it. 19 laps to go. Furthest we can go is 12 because of fuel. So let's put a set of softs on, despite the advantage that we don't have. Now let's go mediums. Let's keep ourselves in this race. We'll go softs at the end. Try for pace at the end. Do we go for a longer pit stop now or a shorter pit stop now? Because tyres could go 12. Let's just put all the fuel in. Put all the fuel in now, and then we might be able to fuel less later on. Let's just get him in the box. Living in a box. Gomes is in. Let's get Anthony on the move. Push a bit harder on this lap, but not too hard. No rain coming, is there? No good. It's the last thing we want right now. Anthony's now up to P3, thanks to the pit stop shenanigans. Only one of 2 people not to pit yet, so our tyre wear doesn't seem that bad then, really. But the pace is probably now horrendous because of it. Yeah, I think we're being gained on. Yeah, we are. It's okay though, because we are boxing this lap. We need you to stop pushing. We need you to box. Actually doing a personal best despite the state of the tyres. That is impressive. Now, this may start to make me think I've thrown away the potential 1 stop. I don't think I have. We're doing 12 laps. 12 laps. Balanced. Right, we will be battling Gomes, apparently, out the box, according to the projection. It's been a good lap. A good in-lap from Anthony. No mistakes yet. Gomes is coming around the final corner. Refueling complete. No mistakes, no errors. Let's get out on track. Who's in front? Gomes is ahead. I was sort of expecting that, to be honest. I was surprised when it said you'll be battling Gomes on exit, because I didn't believe it for 1 minute, to be honest. P17, P18. Fresher tyres than the people behind. Van Eynen is sort of out of this race, really. With where they are on like strategy and having done 2 stops already. Yeah, I think that's someone we can beat quite comfortably. Unless they do manage to put some great laps in clean air. Looks like mediums is a tyre to go on now, unless you're Dembele or Mello, who seem to think otherwise in terms of tyre choice. We need to sort of close the gap to the guys ahead, really, is what we need to do now. Which I'm hoping we can just do as time goes by. Let's fast forward it a bit and see if we do gain on them. 42. They're dropping back and we're dropping back, so it's going to have to be a matter of looking at lap times. Last lap they were quite a bit quicker than us. 31 to 29. 29.7, 30.9. Yeah, I don't think we've got the pace, to be honest. Early on, we looked competitive because the whole field was bunched up, but now as the field is spread out, we're dropping back. We just haven't got the pace we thought we had, which is a bit of a shame. We are P17 and P18 though, so it's not all that bad. We know the Dragons are bad on their tyres, so Tang behind us, I like to think, isn't a threat. And Chu is someone we could target. Gomes is laying down some decent pace. They're pretty much matching lap times, the two of them. 31.047 for Gomes, 31.015 for Anthony. Let's see what it is on this lap. 31.1 and 30.9. So Anthony's the quicker driver at the moment. Not really being impeded though, not close enough to be impeded. And again, Anthony does have the mildly fresher tyres, only by 1 lap though. Dembele in the pits already. Can they even make 1 more stop till the end, or are they going to have to stop twice more? I think they can make 1 more stop to the end. It's marginal on fuel. We've got quite a bit more distance we can cover, to be honest. We're going to be able to go easy to the end. Our last pit stop should be a quick one, I think. Like, we've got 5 laps, 6 laps worth of fuel in the car. We're only going to need to half fill the tank at the last pit stop. So it should be a quick pit stop and a dash to the end on some fresh tyres. This is looking promising. Can I attack a little bit more? You can indeed. Let's get both cars to attack a bit more, actually. I do love the way on this track the camera just spends most of the time in the fucking trees. But there's not really much you can do about it. As Gomes about to set personal best by the looks of things by 0.4 of a second. What were their laps? Let's compare. 30.4 and a 30.5. The best low 28s at the moment. So yeah, we've still got a lot more pace we need to get on this car before we're competitive. But we're not just stone dead last. And considering we were really targeting the race after this for an upturn in performance, the fact that it's happened at this track is promising for sure. The brakes seem quite spongy, more than normal. I think that's a dig at the quality of our brakes. And oh shit, my brakes are gone. I hope they can make it to the end. We haven't got long to go till the end now. I think the 1-stop could have been possible, to be honest. We spent most of this race pushing, so I really think we could have 1-stopped. But oh well, it's too late to be saying that now. pitting the lap after this for Gomes, and then the lap after that for Anthony. So there we go. That's Gomes coming in this lap. Fuel options. 7 laps remaining. But that's now. Let's wait till later on in the lap and see what it says then. Let's slow shit down and have a look at lap times. 30.6, 30.5. Can we up the pace? No, it's okay. We don't want to do that, actually. We'll leave them on push. We don't want to wear the tyres too much so they lose out in the last sector. I want to pit for fresh tyres. You will pit for fresh tyres, my friend. Just be patient. If we could just somehow magic fuel out of thin air and go to the end right now, that'd be phenomenal, because we're 7th and 9th. We are really in this fight. But we have got a pit. Onto the softs we must go. Fuel, 6 laps remaining, it now says. So do I put that much in, or that much in? Only makes a second difference at the pit stop, and if we can put it in a higher engine mode, that'd be great. Balanced pit stop for Gomes. Into the pits we go. Need a smooth pit stop here because we're in good position. Things could go well for us here. Good stop. Nice one. He's got a bit of excess fuel as well. He's got plenty of excess fuel actually, but he's come out in 18th. That's not really what we wanted. Let's turn up the fuel mix for Anthony and get her in the pits at the end of this lap. Set softs. We're going to want 5 laps of fuel then, aren't we? And let's fast forward it a little bit. Oh, I hope we're not losing out alright at the end of the race. That would be quite a shame. See where Anthony comes out. But looking at where we are, like with Gomes, not long to go, but he's hopefully able to attack Dembele, who's on older and more worn tyres. Where will Anthony come out? Feeling some vibrations from the suspension. Well, you're just going to put up with it to the end, I'm afraid. And we have dropped position quite greatly. I can't help but feel I've bottled this somewhat. We were up in really high positions, and now we're not. But we did have to pit again just to get to the end. Setting personal bests. Let's just fast forward and see what happens. Are we catching Dembele? I hope so. Chu is doing a good job. Hopefully the tyres just go off or something. I don't know. They're normally not good on their tyres from what I've seen so far. We're setting good laps actually by our standards. 29.9 for Gomes that time around. Took a second out of Dembele. The battle is on here actually. And now I'm pushing on the softs. The softs are overheating, whereas the mediums were underheating. I hate it when you get shit like that in this game. The mediums are like just cold, whereas the softs, you put them on and then they overheat. Oh well. We are pushing, so it does kind of make sense, I suppose. Hopefully this should be a doable overtake for both cars. I don't think we're going to be able to go after Elside out. The gap's just too big. Come on, Gomes. Get the brakes to the end. They've got one more dive bomb left in them as of yet. He's moaning about the brakes again. Come on. You can do it, my man. You can do it. Let's turn up the fuel mix big time. We need a business overtake. It's close. Coming out of the trees. Final corner. Please. Come on. Send it. Send it. Right, we need the power down the straight then. This is one place I wanna take. Because I know we can do it. But actually, Anthony's now coming under pressure from Tang. How is that happening? Come on, Gomes. Get the hammer down. Alright, we can go up into overtake mode with both cars, I think. Gomes, please. Get the move done. You're so close. If you don't get the move done here, he's been blocked. He's going to the outside. This is it. Come on. Oh, he's been pushed out wide. Come on. Get back on there. Get this bloody move done. Please. Look how dead the tyres are on Dembele's car. We've got to get this move done. Here, down the inside, final corner. Oh, we just haven't got any grip or traction or pace in this car at all. Oh, look at that. Straight down the inside, under braking for T1. You love to see it. Beautiful manoeuvre. Gomes, get it to the end. And Anthony's just done it. And then Bele's dropping like a stone. Just dropped behind Gomes, Anthony and Tang. Clearly just killed the tyres trying to hold the place. And is now crawling. So we're 16th and 17th. We can hold this to the line. I mean, it's not exactly anything to get excited over in terms of result, but it's better than I was expecting. Anthony's just set a personal best middle sector. We look promising to hold position to the end. P16 and P17 in our second race. Considering there were no retirements, the drivers aren't happy, they're whinging, but I think that's an improvement. Last time we didn't beat anyone, we beat 3 cars on pace this time. Like, the only people we beat were because of DNFs, so this time there are no DNFs. If there'd been the 2 DNFs there were last time, we'd have been 14th and 15th here, and you got the sponsor money, but oh well. There's clear progress. There should be more clear progress for the next race, which is promising. There might be some post-race penalties or anything as of yet as well, so you've always got to stay optimistic. Oh, there's one. 2-place penalty for Eduardo Melo. Look at this. Second place gets more points than first place. It's the fastest lap. So we got 9 points to take away from here. That's it's not bad, but it's less than I think any of our rivals. So yeah, we're still slipping in the championship. We're last in the drivers. Not exactly a surprise. And we're last in the teams championship as well. But yeah, if we can make good progress this season, I don't know, maybe actually, I'm starting to think we might not have to settle for last in our debut season. We might be able to do slightly better than that. Just read up about how much Dragon Race Team China are paying Bao Tang. Threw it up in my mouth a little. Hashtag no talent. Clearly not a fan of Dragon Race Team China or Bao Tang. Eduardo Melo seems pretty happy. And who did win? Hugo Cumberland. Oh no. Gerard. He was the guy who won. He crashed last time, didn't he? So he's turned it around well. Clearly had no injuries after embedding his car in a barrier. But success for them. And less failure for us. Well, not really, no. We didn't meet any of our targets, really. We met that target, but that one's not hard. Right. We're still losing money. Not a surprise. Nothing particularly interesting. I mean, look at that. Look at the... this is the Tier 2 series. If you win pole position and fastest lap, look at that. You won twice as many points as second place. That's crazy. Dun, 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 dun. So there we go. 24 days till the next race. Let's have a quick look at everything that's going on post-race. There's the updates. We got an interview. Let's have a go at that. Andrew Gomes has claimed that your brake seems to be holding the team back. Well, I've just given him a brake upgrade so he can shut his mouth. Pit crew review. They were pretty trash, just like the rest of our team. Bao Tang. This is the guy they were just talking about. Yeah, they're right. It has got no talent. Look, panics on the first lap. Oh, he's a pay driver. Oh. Oh. 203,000 for each race they're involved in. How much of his wages? Oh, so you make like 100,000 off of just having him. That's tempting. He's interested. Nah, we need a good driver, not a pay driver. That's what we need. Pit crew. What are their mistake chances? They're still reasonably manageable, so I'm not getting rid of any of them just yet. More people to hire though. Oh, look at this guy. He means business. Look at this guy. This guy's like the Jack Master. I'm hiring this guy for sure. And I'm hiring this guy as well, because he can do either of those jobs really well. There we go. We've got a lot more pit crew now. Let's put our newfound Superman on rear jack. That's improved times a lot. I'm gonna leave him on front jack. Tyres. I want this guy on tyres and refueling if possible. We're going to put him there. Now refueling is a weak point. Tyres is still a weak point. 6 is the best that's not on there. Mistake chances are all in the green, and now we've got the 7th best pit crew, so we are making progress. That's good. It's good to see. HQ, we're about a third of the way on the upgrade. That's good to see. The car is still a weak point. It's just so time consuming. It takes so many races to get the car up to a good standard. Do we try and sign a top driver? Let's have a look. What's the best driver we know? Mr. El Sadat here. He's a racer. Hates team orders, Vancouver expert. +2 during the race to everything. He's really good actually. But he's not interested. It's the problem. I need a good driver who's unemployed is what I need. Let's scout these peeps who don't have a job, because they're much more likely to want to drive for us, I think. If they haven't got a drive. There we go. We'll wait for them to come in and see what's going on with potentially better drivers. Sponsors are all actually taken, so there's no more money coming in anytime soon. And I think we'll call it there for now, for today. Set up the team, we've got everything sorted, we've worked on the car, we've done 2 races. I actually completely forgot to change the logo style, didn't I, when I was creating the team? I literally just went with the default by accident. Whoops. Anyway, thank you for watching this stream of Motorsport Manager.